I mean, you can't hit it hard and dip it up over the wall. It's got to just be a little chip over the wall, or you smash it to the goalkeeper's side.
And as you said, if anyone in the world can pull this off, it's that man. And it's Messi! Cherry on top.
263, hometown chili, steaks I'm grilling, melanin dripping, smoking I'm trippy, the hookah, the shorty with the big ass twerking, got the city on lock. Genie type of pockets, make a video thought, turn a wife into a hoe, I done seen it a lot, and you ain't got no money, Uncle Phil hit the dot.
What's going on, people? We're back again with another show of the First Two Show, and as always, I'm with my man Adrian. How's it going, Adrian?
Good, Junior. I can't wait to have this episode with you, man.
Yes, neither can I. So today we're going to be looking at the semifinals, and we're just be taking a look at the teams that made it to the last four. And let's get right into it, Adrian. Where do we start?
That's the question, man. But let's start from the beginning, from the quarterfinals of the four teams that made it this far. We have Italy versus Belgium, your dark horse.
Yes.
No, wait, it's Italy versus Spain. It was Italy versus Spain, and England versus the Danes. Yeah.
Yes, and I just need to correct you there. Italy were not my dark horses. I actually picked them to win the tournament. Do you remember that?
Oh, they were your favorite, right?
Yes, they were my favorite.
And they were my dark horse.
I do not remember that. Would have to look at the footage from the previous videos because I remember that you mentioned Italy. You actually laughed. So let's go.
We'll see.
Yeah. So looking at the teams that made the last four, Adrian, any surprises there?
Possibly Denmark, but then with the path that they followed to the semis, it's not much of a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So looking at the bigger semi-final now, Italy versus. Who are you tipping for that to win in that game, and why? And which team between those two has impressed you the most?
I have to go back to our first episode because I'm pretty sure I said that Italy was my dark horse.
I don't remember.
I don't. I'll check. But then, Italy has been the most impressive team for me so far in the tournament. They've shown the right balance of everything going forward, attacking, in the defense. They have leaders like Giorgio Chiellini, Leonardo Bonucci. Donnarumma has been exceptional too, and they seem to have hit the right gears going to this semi-final.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Adrian. And I actually said it in the very first episode when we were covering that. Yes, I'm not going to stop mentioning it because I remember you laughing. Yeah. So the Italians have been really, really impressive. You know, they're playing like it. There's no one standout player. Every player they're putting in the shift. It's pretty sad that Spinazzola has been injured now and he's out for the rest of the tournament. 5 or 6 months. Yes. But I've been really, really impressed by the Italians, and I'm tipping them to actually go all the way. But Spain is not going to be an easy game. Yeah. Spain have also shown that they're one of the big boys. The last episode, I also mentioned that, Spain, it might be a case of one of the big boys, taking time to gel and get into their groove. But yes, they've made it into the semifinal, and at this stage, anything can happen, even though, nobody was expecting them to get this far. Goals have been come by for them. I was actually surprised that they managed to score 3 against Croatia, but 5 actually against Croatia. Yeah. But yeah, so now at the stage that we're at, anything can happen. But I'm having Italy as my favorites in that time.
Definitely. And moving on to the second semi-final, who do you have going all the way? Do you think it's coming?
England versus Denmark. I think there's never been a better time for football to actually come home. I haven't been impressed by Gareth Southgate's team selection, but hey, it's been working. Yeah. So okay, it's been working, and they're now in the semi-finals. One thing though that's just been bothering me is his treatment of Jack Grealish. Whenever he comes off the bench, he makes an impact. So I've just been surprised. I just think he needs to start. I think he's one of the players whose names should be the very first on the team sheet.
But let's look at it from a different point of view. This was my perspective on Jack Grealish. Of course, he's an exceptional player. He's creative and he gets things done whenever he gets onto the football pitch. But what if the Jack Grealish is Gareth Southgate's masterclass? He's that he's super sub.
He's Olivier.
He's Olivier Giroud. That one player. Mourinho had one. Arsene Wenger had one. Sir Alex Ferguson and Chicharito Hernandez. Chicharito started Solskjaer as well. So what if Jack Grealish is that guy for him? And the most impressive thing about Jack Grealish for me hasn't been the football he's played. It's been his attitude. Whenever he's been called upon, he's come to the team and given it his all. And even the attitude around the camp, the way he is moving around, his body language, you can see that he's a player that is understanding his role in the team. So maybe I understand that he might not be a starter, but then when he's called upon, he has to deliver the goods. And that's what he's been doing. So maybe people should, ease on Gareth and let him do what he's doing. Use Grealish when the team needs him.
Yeah, like you're saying, he can't change a winning formula. And since it's working, you should just stick to that. And what a great point you've just made there, Adrian. One thing, I think earlier on I was watching an interview by Jose Mourinho when he was talking about, the things that go behind a 26-man shortlist, for the squad. Don't just look at the talent. Like you were saying, he knows his role in the team and he's content with that. Some of the aspects that are looked at when the managers are picking their final squad members. So maybe you're right, that's his role. And I just would have liked, to see him play a bit more. But since it's working, credit to Gareth Southgate. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to put you on the spot again, bro. Give me your predictions for the first one. Italy versus Spain.
I wasn't impressed by Spain in the semi-final, in the quarterfinals against Switzerland. They drew. They had to win it on the penalty shootout. But anything can happen. This is football. My predictions so far on the show. Let me be the first to admit they've been horrible. But I see Italy going through. They just seem to have the right balance, and they seem to have everything that you would want from a championship winning team. So I'm tipping them to go on to win maybe 2-0. They don't concede much. So maybe they might win 2-0, maybe another oldie from Lorenzo Insigne, like in the quarters. But what a goal. What a goal. Yeah. So that's my prediction. Hopefully this time, fingers crossed.
Okay, I just think that's an easy prediction, but okay, let's just see how it goes. Then the England versus Denmark.
All right, Denmark hasn't been a pushover, and besides the football, there's something more, a greater cause to play for. That's Christian Eriksen. So coupled with wanting to reach a semi-final. And having a backstory that is Christian Eriksen's story behind it, they could cause an upset.
Okay.
I don't know if they might stop football from coming on, but they might cause an upset. But then on paper, it seems to be on England. It's their game to lose. If Gareth continues his team selection that people like you have been critical about, he might go the way. And I don't see it going any other way, but then we all have a good underdog story, and maybe Denmark can deliver, and maybe they can go all the way, maybe do a 2004 Greece Euro final story, they won it against all the odds, and it will be quite special if they win it, and it will be quite special for Christian Eriksen too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for me, I think the Italy versus Spain game. I think Italy is going to win. I know I'm rooting for them, but I just think I've been impressed by the team overall. You know, they've got a good balance to everything. They've got a good blend of experience, youth. They've got the legs. You know, and even when the time comes to shut shop, you know, they can do it.
Yeah.
So if they were to be put under pressure or be put to the sword by Spain, I think they'll be able to handle it. Then the other key thing now, Spain hasn't been scoring many goals. I was actually surprised by the game versus Croatia that they managed to score 5, you know, because throughout the entire time they haven't been scoring as many goals. So I think it's not going to be a walkover, but I think Italy will go through. Then England, yeah, and England versus Denmark. I want football. 40% of me wants football to come home, because 60% of me wants the Italians to take it back with them to Rome. Sorry. So stop judging me, bro.
Just make your mind, bro. Just make your mind.
So this game, I think England will have enough in the tank to get past the Danes. And but you're saying, you know, the Euros tournament has always loved, you know, the underdog story. I think was it 92 where it should have been Denmark won it themselves.
Yeah.
You know, not for Greece. Even 2016, and no one thought Portugal was going to win it.
Definitely the underdogs in that game. Yeah.
Yeah. So the tournament as a whole loves a good underdog story. So it would be good for Denmark to go through, but I think England will have enough then set up an England-Italy final.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, let's just see how. So we also need to take a look at the Copa America, bro. He's been covering it, and right now we've reached the semi-final stage.
Yes.
And so the last 4 teams in the Copa America, there's Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, and Peru. Take us through the Copa America, bro. What have you seen so far, and what do you think?
I'll be honest. I haven't watched as much as I'd like, mainly because of the Euros, and it hasn't been marketed that much. It's a pity that it fell in the same year as the Euros, and also given the fact that the Copa America is being hosted in Brazil, where there's still COVID regulations and fans are not allowed, and the Euros there. Yeah, definitely wrong time. The Euros are fans, and the atmosphere is different. I've watched a couple of games. They just don't have the feel of a tournament that's of the magnitude. You know, it's the oldest running competition in the world. So yeah, it's been okay. It's been okay. There's been some Messi masterclass recently against.
No, I'm just saying, bro.
In the quarterfinals, he did well, 2 assists. Got a goal from a free kick. He scored 2 free kicks so far in the tournament. So yeah, the quality of football has been there. You've got your usual things in Copa America. The red cards, they've been there. There hasn't been a shortage. There was a game that had 2 red cards. There was a game with 3, if I'm not mistaken, red cards. So it's the usual Copa America minus the fans and the atmosphere. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe the semis. We have Brazil, the host, and Peru. And the other game, we have Argentina versus Colombia.
Yes, staying on them is, bro. Brazil versus Peru. In fact, both the 2 ties. Take me through them. What's your take, and what are your predictions?
Brazil most likely win, but then they haven't been convincing. The results have been, looking at the results, they had 1 news.
But they're getting the job done. They're doing in England.
Yeah, but then it's not what we associate with the Samba boys. You know, the Samba boys of the Ronaldinhos, the Roberto Carlos, the Ronaldos, the OG. You accept the flair that comes with the Take Samba boys. It's just not been there this tournament. So yeah, they'll probably the last game they won on, was it on penalties if I'm not mistaken? Yeah.
Yeah, they no, they won 1-0.
1-0 versus Paraguay. Paraguay is a decent team, but I'm not feeling. The 2002 World Cup. Okay, I was 4 years old, but then watching back on it, watching back,
Like those
yeah,
counts.
watching back on the 2002 World Cup, watching back on the 2006 World Cup, you
Yeah.
get a sense of occasion whenever Brazil stepped onto the field. I'm not getting that in this Copa America when Brazil stepped onto the field. Moving on. Enough about this disappointing Brazil squad. Argentina, this might be Messi's last realistic chance of lifting an international silverware. Most probably his last is what, 34, they said? 33, 34?
It should be 34.
34, next year with 35 heading into the World Cup. That's if he does go into the World Cup fit. They're coming off another long season from COVID. They will enter another grueling season. They'll be competing on France. He's 35. Will his body take it? I don't know. But then so far he's been delivering, and I think he wants it the most. He wants it the most. Let's just hope this time he wins it. And it will be a special tribute to Argentina, especially with the death of Diego Armando Maradona a few months back. It will be very nice for them to lift it, and even sweeter to lift it on Brazil soil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then let's not underestimate Colombia. They can show up to the party and stamp at the party.
Yeah. I'll start with the Argentina-Colombia game. Just like this is Messi's final realistic chance, to lift some proper silverware. I know he won the 2008 Olympics with Argentina, but I'm talking about like proper silverware. He's been to a couple of finals, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 4 or 5 Copa America finals? I'm not so sure.
Plus the World Cup final.
Yes. So he has done the goods, but then he's come up short, when it actually mattered the most. So I think there's never been a better chance for him to actually go on and do it. We look at the opponent in Colombia. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think Argentina should have enough to go past Colombia. And I also think that this is I think Argentina are at a very crucial point. For example, they're coming off, the back end of their golden generation, which hasn't lived up to expectations. The Gonzalo Higuain's, the Angel Di Maria's, Sergio Aguero. Want anything. Yes. So even if you look at Scaloni's team selections, we can see that, the only player who's from that golden generation who's starting these games is Lionel Messi. Because Di Maria is bench. Higuain, is Higuain even part of the squad?
No, he's not part of the squad. It's Sergio Aguero.
Yes, Sergio Aguero. All of them have been coming off the bench. They're trying to blend in, the new stars, the kids, the Lautaro Martinez, Rodrigo De Paul. I know he's not a kid, but then he's fairly new to the international setup. Emi Martinez is, the goalkeeper. I feel like a big difference and a game changer. I feel like he's more stable. He's a good shot stopper. His distribution with his feet as well as his hands is pretty good as compared to Armani. So those the biggest difference to this Argentina side. So I think if they get past Colombia, they've got as great a chance as anyone, because once you get to the final, it's anybody's game.
Definitely.
Then going back to Brazil, just like you said, they haven't been convincing. Yes, they've gotten to the semifinals, but this is not the Brazil of old and the Brazil that we're accustomed to. Usually, playing against the small teams like Paraguay's or anything, we would expect nothing less than a 4-goal drubbing. But this tournament,
complete the showboating.
Yes, but then with this tournament, all we've been seeing 1-0s, at most 2-0s. Yeah, so they haven't been, but hey, we can't say anything. They're in the semifinals, and I expect nothing but a win for them when they play Peru. Then Brazil, Argentina final.
So would you have to win the Copa America this year?
The Copa America, my heart is telling me Argentina and Messi, bro, but I've been disappointed. I've been disappointed too many times. The last two finals, broke me. So I don't. My heart is telling. You never know. This could just be the time. So let's see. So I'm going Argentina.
All right. I won't predict. I don't want people coming here on the show and commenting that you made me lose my ticket at the betting shop.
So wait, you made me predict. Then at the end of the day, you refused to.
Hey, each man to his own, man. Each man to his own.
It's okay.
Definitely, but I want Messi to win so that maybe this GOAT debate can end, so that we have Ronaldo with the Euros, Messi with the Copa America. Hopefully, there will be world peace finally.
No, it's always been clear, bro. The GOAT is the GOAT.
And with that, we've come to the end of another episode of the First Two Show. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and engaging with us on social media and on our YouTube channel. We appreciate and we hope to keep the conversation going. This is only the beginning. And we would like to hear your predictions. Please comment. Who do you think will go all the way in the Euros and in the Copa America? And hopefully this time, one of my predictions come right. Good Lord. I just had a big run of form. And Junior, it's always a pleasure, man. Until next time, yeah?
Cheers, bro. Thanks.
263, hometown chillin'.